Hello, everyone. This is Mark Isaac Potter, and this is, of course, Mark Isaac Potter Presents. Today, we're visiting with Mr. Orrett Gooden of Swisshtech, down in Georgia. How are you today, Mr. Gooden? How are you today, Mr. Gooden?
I'm in good health, sir. I'm in good health. Thank you.
Good. Now, my understanding is you have invented something. You've invented a product. And can you briefly tell us about the product? We have only a few minutes. We have 28 minutes. It will go by very fast. So tell us a little bit about your
So I'll
product.
be quick.
Yeah, because we want to get to the other parts of the interview. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, Mark, what we have here today is the development of a new method of generating electricity for the homeowner, for the household. Typically, power generators are poisonous because they produce carbon monoxide and they're loud and noisy, so they can't be used indoors. For the first time, we have a type of power generator that is specifically designed to be used indoors in your house, in that it can save you, eliminate the cost of your wall outlet grid charge. So you could create your own clean electricity at home and safely without the threat of poisoning from carbon monoxide.
Okay. So now I read the material you sent me. It's quite extensive. You sent me a lot of material, a lot of links. You said to me over the phone that the machine, I asked you what powers this machine that provides electricity, and you said electricity powers it. Is that right or wrong? Is that correct?
That is entirely correct, sir.
How in
Yes,
the how in
that is
God's name
the
does that work?
thank you for that. That's a
All
wonderful question, and I hope you
right.
pay keen attention here. You might know that electricity is one of the cleanest, most efficient source of power on the planet.
Right.
It's the cleanest and most efficient power. It's cleaner than thermal use, the burning of fossil fuels, and all that stuff. It's more efficient than all of those other factors. So we've decided to just use electricity instead of oil, fossil fuels, or coal to drive our energy generation process, which makes it completely carbon free.
Where do you get the electricity to run it? Solar? You have solar panels
Uniquely,
or what? Huh?
we have patented a new method of creating electricity by using the electricity. You see, this device, if it's even visible on my shoulder over here, this device has a built-in alternator in it. We're using an alternator driven by an electric motor powered by a battery
Powered by a
to
battery.
produce,
Okay, this is beginning to make sense.
yeah, to produce electricity for the household and wherever else it's needed. And by doing that, we are able to generate electricity in the device that will sustain the device
Huh.
and your power needs, of course.
Sounds a little bit like a perpetual motion machine, which is not, that hasn't existed yet. So,
You're
go
right.
ahead.
Let me address that.
All right.
A lot of people criticize the technology on social media, saying that it mimics perpetual energy. But there's nothing wrong with mimicking perpetual energy because we're not claiming perpetual energy. What we
Right.
have accomplished, however, is something that is similar to perpetual runtime generation. It's not perpetual. It's actually factually, it is continuous.
When you get the device, is the battery charged or not?
Yes, the battery would come fully charged. All the battery. As a matter of fact, it has three batteries in the system. And whenever one battery goes low, the system transfers to another battery, while the one that was low is undergoes a recharge process. So every time the battery goes low, a transfer occurs to a full battery, and the one that is low gets recharged. So that creates that sense of continuity, that sense of, let's not say it, it creates that continuing function capability. So the user is always in possession of power. They can always plug something in.
Well, it sounds pretty wonderful. If I don't. I just need to understand it. Are you are you saying that the amount of electricity that comes with the charged battery is less than what the machine will generate? Because once it comes one time to your home charged up, you can start using it to generate electricity, and it runs pretty much forever. Or do those batteries need to be recharged somehow, or what? I mean, I know they're getting recharged by the system, but do
There's
they
a
need to
series of
be?
questions in it.
Go
Taken out
ahead.
and recharged, is that the question?
Yeah.
Um, I imagine over its 5 year life term, life
Okay.
expectancy, you might happen to change the batteries. It's
Replace the
so
battery.
beneficial to you. Right,
All
right. You
right.
might replace the batteries.
Go ahead.
What's the
Okay.
question this time?
Well, I admire what you're doing. I hope my tone is not too something examining or something. I'm trying to
It's a
get to the
great tone. You
truth.
come on with it.
Okay, I hope so. I don't mean to.
I'm
All right.
totally
So
accommodating.
so the other thing I want to explore before we get too far down the road is you said you need funding for this puppy, right?
Yes, it's a consumer beneficial product, and we're running an Indiegogo campaign to, well, we haven't launched it yet, but we're preparing it right now. So we're trying to create awareness, have people, the American public, become aware that there is a product that serves their benefit at last.
Okay.
Okay, here's a product that will save you, the user, money. Plain and simple, regardless of whatever the challenges you might imagine, or whatever you imagine is not in congruence with the theories of thermodynamics or whatever sciences. Here is a product that is likely, very likely, to save you actual cash, reducing your power bills.
Okay.
And we're creating a campaign for that, and we're wanting your help in bringing this product
Okay.
to reality, to physically being able to distribute it to your household.
That's why we're doing the show, so we can get the word out there. Do you have your first prototype yet?
Actually, yes, that little monkey has been around for a while. It's not attractive, but it proves the concept exists.
That proof of
It proves
concept is
the
important.
possibility and probability of it.
How how
Yes,
many
proof of concept is important. And
how many prototypes do you have?
just the one.
Okay, now what do you think is the next step in the financing aspect? What I know you need to finance the creation of this as a everyday product. You need to have eventually you need to get to production when that gets there. What do you see next as a step in the financing? Do you need like capital B financing or what?
No, nothing so large. We're just trying to raise $100,000 at the minimum, to get more into our product prototyping. We we have a means of accessing a certain amount of capital internally by leveraging our assets that the company has. Well, actually, our intellectual property asset that we have here, and we already have. certain other interests actually using the technology today far ahead of our current position. It's already been adopted to support electronic vehicles, which is
Okay.
the common trend today. So here's the power generator that's going to help to charge electric cars wherever they are without
Okay.
delaying, users' time.
Right. Without range anxiety. Yeah. Um, so why do you need so little money? It seems like you'd be asking for millions instead of just 100,000. What do you hope to accomplish with that 100,000? What's the
Okay.
you want to get one more prototype built or what?
Yes, the prototype that we have right now, I don't know if you could see it, but the
I can
prototype
see it
is
on the
rather,
screen. Is that it on the screen? You have
yes,
a
it's
screen
no,
behind you.
right, but the thing I'm showing you in the camera right now is our current
Okay.
prototype.
Okay. Okay.
It's just a little box that I used to use
Right.
at work
Okay. Okay.
while I was building stuff,
Right.
and it
Okay.
just generates power inside it, and we use that. But the resources we try and why we're asking for the support is because we want to build one that is equal to the expectations of the homeowner. They expect a device that will produce power sufficient to do a lot of things.
Okay.
So we want to scale it somewhat. We want to scale the product and make it so that the homeowners can be sufficiently confident that this new concept is scalable to satisfy their needs.
So you already have a proof of concept. Now you want to make like the second prototype that will be more understandable to the public and have the
Yes,
capacity to power an average size residential home.
right, but not necessarily a whole residential home. We're targeting different rooms in the house, and primarily because we there's a large market for power generators. Well, in my local area here, where we have storms all the time, we need portable power generators to that doesn't require gasoline or those kind of stuff. Something
Right.
you can use that won't poison you in the house. So when the storm's raging outside and you're locked up in your house, you don't have power. So you need something to plug into and just get, light or keep your refrigerator running. So your food doesn't spoil and listen to the radio or the television to see what updates are coming through and
Right.
it's useful for emergency application, and it's the best thing. There's nothing else out there in the marketplace that will help you in this manner, in this type of crisis,
Okay.
and we have
So,
that currently not here.
all right. So you see it as you be as a backup generator at this point? You see it as a
Yes, sir.
backup generator. Will it
Yeah, it's
later
a
become
backup emergency.
will it later become something that powers the entire house all the time, or is the basic end concept a how backup generator?
I hope so. Actually, my mother hopes so. My mother lives
Okay.
in Jamaica and she doesn't have any electric energy. So I'm trying to build something that even my mother could get some power back there, to get, and
Okay.
she's still using these oil lamps right now. And
All
that's
right. Yeah.
dangerous to her health.
Yeah. I've
She
been
could fall
there.
over and
Yeah.
burn down the house.
We
So
used
we,
to
we,
use
we want to
kerosene
make
lamps at
something that could
home.
run
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So at the very least, we're talking about a successful backup generator when the second prototype gets built, and you need at least $100,000 to make the next prototype. Is that where we're at?
Yes, that's where we are. However,
Okay.
we're not alone. We're not exactly stranded in that regard because we have looked into the income potential of the patent, and we found that patent that we acquired from the United States Patent Office can be leveraged to secure some $200 million. So that's why we're not totally concerned about our production capabilities in the long term.
Are
We're
you,
more concerned about
go ahead.
surviving right now.
So
We're
you're,
just we're just right now concerned about bringing something for the public's comfort, something that they'll be
okay.
comfortable.
So you're planning on licensing the patent to other companies so they can utilize the technology or what?
Yes, as a matter of fact, that I mentioned a car manufacturer has already used it to enhance their cars, the
Okay.
electric vehicle. They have promised the licensing agreement. It's right now in the hands of the attorneys. We intend to extend more licensing to where right now we've been looking into some more community development aspects for educational purposes
Okay.
of this new technology, so that people in the inner city of Atlanta can learn how to use this product and how to evolve its use cases. And that is one of our major things that we're intend to use to license, get a license for that educational process, and
Okay.
a variety of other applications are coming on.
Okay. And you also said there's something you're doing some crowdfunding. How's that going?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we're doing a crowdfunding campaign with Indiegogo. Right now we're collecting interest. We're collecting what they call them backers. They collecting backers. But because we're such a small company, we don't have too many this thing they call to give them perks. We don't have too many perks that we're able to offer. So
Okay.
we're preparing some cryptocurrencies and some ATFs, what's that? NFTs. I'm sorry,
Okay.
and some NFTs
NFTs. Okay.
to you offer the public as perks for their support of our campaign.
And my understanding, because we've both worked a lot on this already, this program. My understanding is that people who go to the crowdfunding are simply voicing their future support. They're not putting money in right now. Is that right?
I didn't entirely get the question.
Okay, that's fine. I'm happy to repeat the question. The crowdfunding, the people that are joining the crowdfunding group are not at this time putting money in. They're kind of signing up their patronage that they will support the product's development. Okay.
Yes, yes. They're just promising an interest, promising
Okay.
that
All
possibly
right.
if they like it, when
Okay.
we bring it forward,
Okay. Go ahead.
if they like when they bring it forward, then they will support us at that time. Now the support doesn't mean thousands of dollars. We're talking about $5, $10, 20, 50.
Right.
Look, money that's expendable, not hard to lose. So it's accumulation of the contributions that will be a benefit to us, the accumulation of it. So this is a global campaign, and we do have a couple of hundred interests already signed up. So we're inviting all of your supporters and interests to go over to Indiegogo.com and sign up to support the campaign. And all the more the merrier. And this definitely helps you too.
So you need the $100,000 to get to the next prototype. You have a crowdfunding group that's kind of pledging their future support. You have one prototype that you've made that works. How long have you had that one prototype in existence for preliminary testing and that kind of thing?
No, that prototype wasn't built for preliminary testing. That prototype was built for me to do my job. Where I work with power tools, and I
Okay.
just got frustrated with the power cords and the power generator. So I
Okay.
built a device that I could drag around with me, at the end of my power drill,
Okay.
so I
So
could
it's
go
kind of
around punching.
a pre prototype.
right. It's pretty much a pre-prototype.
All
It
right,
just
now
this serves a particular purpose, but yeah,
I
it's the inspiration for where we're headed.
how do people get in touch with you? We're going to put your contact information on the screen. So I assume you're going to put up your name. You only have 4 lines of type you can put up,
Sure,
but
my name is in that corner.
your name or
My
your
name and
company
company is
name
in
and
that corner. Right.
all right. So we're
And
going to
just the website. We have a website that we can that they people can reach us at. And it has certain business phone numbers there that you can reach us at. We're at www.swishtech.zone, not
right.
com. It's
Okay,
zone.
okay. Yeah.
See, like the Twilight Zone?
Yep.
Yeah, it's swishtech.zone.
All right.
Swishtech is spelled kind of irregularly. It has three S's in it
Right. We'll
for
put that
word.
up on the screen. So the way you prefer people to get in touch with you is by the website. Is that right? Is that what you
Yes,
prefer?
the web, right. Or actually, just go to the Indiegogo campaign. Go to support the Indiegogo campaign. Get your friends and your loved ones to help with the clean energy effort. Point to note, Mark.
Yeah.
This is not only an effort for a black guy to change the world
Okay.
with energy.
That's pretty big
This
already.
actually is this is actually an effort at humanitarian accomplishment
Okay.
because we put over 11 billion tons of carbon pollution in the air every
Right.
year
Okay.
because of our industrial effort. However, that 11 billion tons of carbon pollution is falling out of the air that we put it onto our children, onto our kids, our toddlers, and causing them to have asthma, bronchitis, and a slew of other respiratory challenges. And to the extent where this carbon pollution issue now becomes what they call ambient pollution, and that ambient pollution kills 237,000 toddlers every single year, Mark.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
published information, and no one is paying attention to that.
I understand. I understand. Let's
So my objective is to stop this, create an option to the carbon pollution production problem.
right.
Whether you think
I get
it's
it. You feel strongly about what you're doing. If someone wants to donate part of that $100,000 that you need, what way do you want them to get a hold of you? Do you want them to call you? What do you want them to do? That person, that
contact me at my
finance
website.
person.
Contact me at my website,
Okay.
www.switchtech.zone.
Right.
Send me there's a contact method there. Use that contact method to send me a message, and then we can just you could express your intentions, fears, concerns, joy, whatever whatever you're feeling. I mean, I'm reachable. You can find me
Okay.
on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can
Your
find me on LinkedIn.
your phone number is on the website or not?
Yes, my phone number is very accessible on the website.
All
Everywhere,
right.
everywhere that you will find Swisshtech, you will find the phone number.
Okay, good. All right. So I think we're good. I think we've done covered the territory that we wanted to cover. I'm happy with what we've done. Do you have any final words you'd like to say to the public?
A word of caution, if I may.
All right.
Things have to change. Mike, do you mind? Let me say this, please. Things have to change.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a lot of powerful entities that would like things to remain the same,
Yes, they're right. The
regardless of
coal
how many of our
industry, etc.
children
Yeah,
regardless of how many of our children die in order to keep their situation the same.
right.
We have to embrace change. This is a new change. Yes, it might have its weaknesses or it might have its fallibilities, but we have you who are looking at me right now, who are hearing me. You can
Right.
contribute to the development of this thing that is entirely 100% clean energy accessing, and you can demand that from your state, from your government, from your representatives. Tell them that you're aware of a method of clean energy that you would like to be pervasive and stop hurting your children. Asthma is not natural to the human body. It's caused by pollution,
Okay.
and we need to find ways to stop that
All
and
right.
protect our young ones.
All right. Got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Mr. Oral Gooden, and we're going to have his contact information on the screen. This has been Mark Isaac Potter Presents. Mr. Gooden, thank you so much for taking the time to present to us today. I very much appreciate
Thank you
it.
for the opportunity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all. We'll talk to you soon.
Namaste.